All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's talk about our daily analysis, which is on Solana. First and foremost, I know I might sound like a broken record at this point, but yes, I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for literally showing so much love on the Solana updates. The amount of overwhelming comments that have come in day out really keep me going. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the support. And it really does keep me pushing. So once again, thank you. If we're looking at the markets right now, especially if you do watch all my videos, I'm sure you guys might know that we have seen a little bit of a pullback within the cryptocurrency market due to BTC seeing a little bit of a pullback. And of course, that is going to impact everything. And majority of the coins in the top 100, except a few handful ones, are up. But overall, majority of the coins are down a little bit. So, if we're looking at Sol, it's down about 3.8%. Obviously, following the overall market momentum. Currently the price of Solana is currently sitting at $69.74. And it's also down 2.3% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. What we're seeing is, the market cap has gone below that $30 billion mark, but we're very close to that $30 billion mark, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at 1.76 billion, which is still really nice to see. But before we get into this analysis any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So before we pull out the charts, we're going to talk about what's happening for Solana and its ecosystem. And first news is this right here. So breaking: Samo. If you guys don't know what Samo is, it's a meme coin that launched last bull cycle and was the biggest meme coin until Bonk came along. And Bonk has surpassed its overall all-time high market valuations as well. But the community around Samo has still stuck around. People still believe that Samo could be one of the leaders in terms of the Solana meme coin mania. So you can see this for yourself. It says breaking: Samo, whatever you want to call it, confirms an airdrop for Solana Saga phone holders. This marks the second airdrop providing additional benefits to the Saga owners. And this is exactly what we've been discussing on my channel over the past few days, especially since the Solana phones have gained a lot of traction, a lot of hype for these phones. And people are starting to realize, as I've said in my previous updates, people are speculating that, people that hold or actually have these phones physically will have exclusive incentives such as airdrops, and this is the second airdrop, as you can see. So are we going to see new projects come in ahead that are going to give exclusive airdrops to Sega owners? Possibly, because this kind of gives us an indication as to where this really is going. And due to these airdrops and speculation, we're seeing the resale market for these phones literally skyrocketing. You can see this for yourself. A phone sold for just a few hours ago for $5,000. And again, people can come out and say, this is insiders, people that want to inflate the price are just picking it up themselves and inflating the price. Of course, that could be the case. But, in my opinion, due to the overall hype factor for the Solana ecosystem and the phones, and how moving forward the phone owners could have exclusive benefits out of there, this can cause the phone overall resale value to increase. So fair value would be around its original launch price, which was around $1,300 if I'm not mistaken. And of course, most of these phones were sold for half that. So most and the least, I think some other people that really want to get their hands on these is probably paying 2x that. But maybe this is a legit sale. So this can really give us an indication that where Solana's ecosystem itself is heading, not just these phones. We're seeing a tremendous uptick in the ecosystem as well as Solana's DeFi, and I'm expecting the year of 2024 to be a very exciting year. And as mentioned about the NFTs, your boy's been talking about the Solana NFTs before anyone was even paying close attention to it. And you can see this for yourself today. A huge news came out. So you can see Bored Ape co-founder Gordon grabs his first Solana NFT, which is Bodogo NFT. So he has come out and said, I've picked this up, which is, of course, Bored Ape is seen as a blue chip, and it has a first mover advantage, if you know what I mean, after punks. And of course, if a co-founder is going to come and buy any NFT, it's going to gain traction. And as soon as he posted this, guess what happened to the Dogo NFT? It skyrocketed to almost double. And you can see this for yourself. This NFT as well, just in November, was pretty much worth nothing. And it went up to almost 14.6 SOL. And like I said, one runs you right now about $856, and market cap is currently sitting at 5.3 million. So could this be one of the next blue chips? Possibly, like I said, this overall momentum that we're seeing within the ecosystem, not just for the native tokens but also NFTs, is something I was kind of seeing in the near future, and it has come. So great news for anyone that was holding this, and this tells you what's happening, where the market is shifting. And I think going into this new bull market, NFTs on the Solana blockchain are going to outpace and outperform in every way possible for NFTs that are on the Ethereum blockchain. Reason as to why I say this is because who in their right mind is going to be paying $70 to $80 for purchasing NFT? You can't bypass ETH gas fees if you're even purchasing an NFT, and I think this will drive more volume for the Solana blockchain. For the Solana NFT marketplaces, and that's something we're starting to see right now already. So great news and overall developments coming out of the ecosystem. But now let's take a look at the price. So before anyone comes out and says anything, I really like how Solana is holding despite this Bitcoin pullback. You guys can see this for yourself. BTC made its way down to 40,800, and of course that is going to impact the entire market. And if we're looking at the dominance is picking up, and of course if that happens, we will see altcoins going down. But of course, if you did watch my Caspa update, I mentioned the CME futures gap. We have a CME futures gap for BTC at around $39,500, and majority of the time the CME futures does get filled. That does not mean it's going to get filled right away. Sometimes it can take even weeks. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. But a lot of people speculating that earlier next year, as the new year starts, we're going to see a retracement for BTC because it has run up quite a bit. Again, that would be totally okay. And if you watch my Caspa update, I indicated in that there could be a chance we could retest a 36K support line before we start heading towards an all-time high, because we haven't really seen a significant pullback for BTC. You can see this for yourself. We've seen a pullback of about only 8% since its yearly high. And if we're looking at it from pretty much since September, we've seen almost an 80% gain, and we're talking about the biggest asset class in the cryptocurrency markets. So even if it were to retrace in another additional 10%, that still is totally okay. Of course, it will flush out all the weak hands, or a lot of leverage, especially the longs will get liquidated, of course, if the price does retest that. But honestly, I could see that happening. And the reason as to why I bring this up is because right now the market is in the greed zone, and I've talked about this to you guys before. What I mean by this is we are seeing so much greed in the markets. People are forgetting that we've been pumping literally left and right throughout quarter four. Quarter four of 2023 has been an historic quarter for the crypto space. So there needs to be some sort of a cool off that needs to be coming. and I think we will see a potential BTC retest below 40K, fill the CME futures, retest the crucial support line possibly at 36K, and I think that is going to be it, and we're going to start heading towards all-time highs, of course, leading to the Bitcoin halving. But of course, that's just my own overall take, and that will. So now here's something I want you guys to be paying attention to. So of course, that's a 12% drop if the price of BTC does retest this 36K zone. Of course, if that were to happen, anyone that is on the sidelines for Sol, can get a cheaper Sol. Usually what we tend to see is altcoins get hit double digits if BTC sees a significant pullback. But so far, Sol has been holding really strong against BTC. So we could see something similar, maybe a 10% pullback, maybe 15%. And if the price remains around this and, we were to see, a 15% retracement, that would be a pullback to about $59.30. So we could be seeing that, but obviously keeping in mind that, if the price remains at these levels, obviously if the price is sitting at $65, we got to measure 15% from there. So, anyone that wants cheaper Sol, there potentially could be an opportunity earlier next year to get that. But if anyone's waiting for those $8 prices or the $27 prices, those days are gone, and I'm very confident about that, unless BTC sees a flash crash to something like literally 20K again, and due to maybe the ETF completely being rejected. And now, okay, these are some factors we need to consider. Obviously, if the ETF, which is highly anticipated, if that just completely gets rejected, we could see a significant pullback, not just for Sol, but for BTC as well. But what is that going to do for myself? That's a beautiful, opportunity for myself to accumulate once again. Do I think that happening? I don't think, Bitcoin ETF is not going to get approved. I think it's going to get approved, but we always got to talk about what if, portion. But that is it for today's update. Really, really liking the way Sol is holding, still, higher highs, higher lows, still in an upwards trajectory. And I still am very confident that we will see a new high before the year comes to an end. Let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you so much for all your support. Love you all. See you tomorrow. I've been Crypto ZX, and peace out.